everyone, my name is Leanne and today I'm going to be telling you about one of the best books that I have read all year, and that is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. I read Celeste Ng's previous novel, Everything I Never Told You, earlier this year, and I absolutely loved it. It was in my top 10 books that I'd read in the first half of the year video, so I had really high expectations of her second novel. But my expectations were completely surpassed. I devoured this book. I loved it so much. But not only did I enjoy this book like I did with Celeste Ng's previous work, I was really impressed by it. This book is way more ambitious than her previous novel. While Everything I Never Told You focused on one family, this book has 3 main families in it. I guess 2 main families and then quite a few families on the periphery. The 2 main families are the Richardsons and the Warrens. This book is set in Shaker Heights and it is a small town in America. It's very organized, people like to stick to the rules. It's very quiet, nothing dramatic ever happens there, and the Richardson family really encompass that. They're a very stereotypically white, suburban, middle-class American family. The father is a lawyer, the mother is a journalist. They have 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls. The other main family in this novel is the Warrens, which is made up of just a single mother named Mia and her daughter Pearl. And when they move to Shaker Heights, they leave a really big impact on the Richardson family. Izzy Richardson forms a really strong bond with Mia and is very interested in her work as a photographer and an artist. Pearl Warren forms bonds with all of the Richardson family in different ways. So already we've got a lot of characters that we're dealing with in this novel. And one of the main sources of tension in this book comes from an adoption case that is going on in Shaker Heights. A very wealthy, middle-class white couple named the McCullough are unable to conceive a child and are trying to adopt a Chinese baby that was abandoned by her biological mother. At the time of the abandonment, the biological mother felt like she couldn't cope, so she wanted safety for her baby, but now she's doing a bit better and she would like to regain custody of her child. So there's this court case going on throughout the novel. Mr. Richardson is the lawyer for the McCullough family. Mia Warren is very good friends with the biological mother of the baby. So there are these conflicts surrounding the case. This book has so much to do with secrets. So we've got all that going on already. But we also have Mrs. Richardson trying to find out the truth about Mia Warren's past. Oh yeah, I forgot one of the most important things about this book. In the first chapter, we learn that by the end of the story, the Richardsons' family home has burned down. So the whole novel is building towards that, that house being burned down. And when I was like kind of halfway to 3/4 through the book, I'd kind of forgotten that happened. I was just so absorbed in the story. So I think that was really, really well done. But yeah, this is a book that is predominantly concerned with secrets and the secrets that we keep from those that are closest to us. And Celeste Ng is dealing with a number of different themes within that topic of secrets. We're looking at pregnancy and motherhood and abortion. We're looking at romantic relationships. We're looking at what can push people to break the rules. I wasn't necessarily sure what Celeste Ng was trying to say about biological parents versus adoptive parents in this book. There is a huge amount of emphasis that a child may be better off with their biological parents, or at least their mother. And I wasn't really sure what kind of point she was trying to make with that. I think it's something that really needs to be considered on a case-by-case basis. And the case that predominantly features in this book about the adoption of a Chinese baby was a really interesting one, and it was really complex and textured. It looked at what responsibilities a couple would have if they are raising a child that has a different heritage to them, and how those responsibilities can often be very much neglected. It's a very morally complex issue. There is just so much to talk about with this book. There's just so much going on, and that's what makes it so impressive. She handles it all so well. It's an incredibly textured book, and we even get little glimpses into the past, little flashbacks of the smallest characters. And those little moments, those little set pieces are so interesting and so well done. That's something that Celeste Ng has done masterfully in this book, is her ability to shift between time periods, her ability to show us something from the past and then bring us right back into the present story. Every single character in this is complex and flawed. And every single character in this book also has a moment where they're likable, because they are just such accurate representations of humanity. The characters in this book just capture the complexity of human nature. As well as having beautiful literary description, this book also has those elements of a thriller as well. It's such a page turner. You really want to find out what is going on beneath the surface and in the pasts of all these different characters. I think small town thriller is a genre that I'm now into, which I totally didn't expect. Celeste Ng has quickly become one of my favourite authors. She is just a complete auto-read for me now. I will read whatever she produces. She is such an important voice in fiction at the moment. Everything that she does in this book works so seamlessly. Reese Witherspoon has announced that she is going to be creating a mini-series around this novel, which I am super excited for. It came out on the 9th of November and is published by Little Brown, who I must thank for sending me this review copy. If you want to put one book on your Christmas wish list, if you want to read one book before the end of the year, I would recommend this one. It's phenomenal. So that's everything I'm going to talk about today. Do let me know if you have any thoughts on this novel, if you think you're going to pick it up. If you've read Celeste Ng's previous work, what did you think of that? I hope you're all doing really well, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.